All right guys, what's up? I'm Kyle, and today we're going to be starting a multi-part series in which we create a Viking style helmet. So why do I say Viking style? Well, the Vikings would have had access to iron and I don't have access to iron, so this helmet's going to be made out of 20 gauge mild steel. So it is also going to be more of a costume piece rather than a battle ready kind of piece, because if you wanted that for combat, you'd probably want to use something a little thicker, like 16 gauge, probably 14 gauge steel instead. And then on top of that, the ocular piece here is going to be done with a design that's my own design. This isn't a historically accurate design by any means. I wanted this to kind of look more owl-like. And I am also using brass here as well. So brass is going to be my accent on this helmet. That said, let's talk a little bit about the cost. The cost of the material itself for the steel is not too bad. I got a 1.5 foot by 2.5 foot sheet approximately for about 16 bucks. And the brass is going to cost you quite a bit more. An equivalent size sheet is going to cost about $200. So you don't have to use brass. This doesn't have to be an expensive build. It can be relatively cheap. But if you do want to, it's a nice accent on it, just to have the two-tone kind of color on the helmet. So on top of this, I guess what we're going to get to for the end of the video is a helmet that has generally the components ready here. I have them rough fit, just using bolts and nuts here to hold it together. We're going to be using nails as rivets and that as we go along as well. But that'll be in part 2. So as far as part 1, this is as far as we will get. We will, in part 2, shape the ocular so that it fits the full mass, probably trim the nasal down a little bit so that we're not having this extend all the way down to our mouth. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to do some cheek guards on this using leather as well in the future. And I think that's about it. That's where we're going to get to here. So we're going to get this started. But just before we do, I hope you notice that the lighting is a little bit better in here. My garage is very dark, so I've invested in some more lighting so that the production quality is better for you guys. It's a little more enjoyable experience for you to watch. I also got a better microphone, so I shouldn't sound so hollow in here. But that said, a lot of this video, actually all of the tooling of this video for now, was recorded using my old equipment. So it's going to be a little bit darker. I'm going to brighten it up in post for you guys so that it looks a little bit better. But look for part 2 for it to be done using all of my new equipment. So also the video is going to be a little bit on the long side because I tried to be pretty comprehensive with this first part. I'm going to try and cut that down to about 15 minutes, where this one's probably going to be about 30 minutes. So all subsequent videos will hopefully be around the 15-minute mark so that you're not having to sit there for an entire half an hour. So that said, let's just get into it. I hope you enjoy this. If you do, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again at the end of the video. All right guys, so we've got the helmet roughly fit together now. We've got all the main components here kind of shaped and formed so that it does look like a helmet. It'll fit on your head this way. We're gonna do probably a video entirely on doing the liner on the inside of this so that we can have a leather liner on here so the helmet kind of floats on your head a little bit. You don't really want your head hitting the top of this because if you were ever to have to take a blow to the head, you want a little bit of a cushion there, a little bit of a buffer. Then the next video is also probably going to focus heavily here on doing artistic work to the ocular. So first things first, getting this formed so that it fits that headband properly, and then starting to do some nice decorative hammer work and that to the actual mask itself. When that's done, we'll get it mounted to the helmet, and then in a subsequent video, we'll probably start to work on getting the cheek guards done in leather. I haven't worked in leather before, so that's going to be a new experience for me. I've done a little bit of metal work. I've made a gauntlet and a pauldron before, so metal's not as foreign to me, but leather's entirely new to me. So whenever we get to that, I'll be learning with all of you as well. So I do hope you guys like this video. I hope you like where it's going. If you do want to keep updated on this and make sure that you see the subsequent videos, hit that subscribe button. You can hit the little bell too. The bell will notify you when I have new videos up. I might do a couple projects in between this as well, just little things to keep the videos coming so that you guys have things to watch. This video is much more involved. This project is very involved, so I've been doing this for a little while already. And on top of that, I hope you guys appreciate the upgraded production values here, because I feel like the lighting and the better sound is definitely going to help things a lot in your enjoyment of my videos. So that said, let's call this video done, and I will see you guys again soon.